Did the Minutemen send you?
Yes, I'm here to help. What's going on?
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone. Stealing our food and supplies, threatening us if we can't give them what they want. We know where they're coming from, but we can't stand up to them ourselves.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
I'll mark it on your map. We'll find out what they need. We could use more settlements supporting our cause. We're gonna take back the whole Commonwealth from the bad guys at this rate. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Something else has come up. I've gotten word about a settlement that's being threatened by raiders.
What's going on?
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us.
You'll keep your eyes off my daughter.
You don't mind making a check for old Mama Murphy, do you?
Those raiders pay for what they've done.
Howdy, people. Luckily, there's a vertibird crash site nearby. And it does not disappoint. Whenever faced with a sudden death, that Molotov cocktails provide to the player, you as the player might want to put some protective plates between yourself and said cocktails. Even if your fusion core is empty, you can roll slowly and steadily towards your threat. And while this may seem like a rather tedious venture, let me tell you about this place. U.S. Air Force Satellite Station Olivia is located between Sanctuary Hills and Tenpins Bluff. This military installation is comprised of several satellite dishes and an intel room. Before the war, the location was undergoing equipment upgrades as well as pest fumigation. The station received a high volume of signal intercept traffic, requiring intel officers to be on site daily. Access to the intel room was restricted to intel officers, analysts, and senior officers, where violators were subject to court-martial. After the war, a group of raiders led by an individual named Akak moved into the facility to loot it. The surface of the installation consists of 2 wooden shacks, with minimal furniture, loot, and a satellite dish. There is also an elevated room containing a footlocker, a table, and other random objects. In the mole rat nest just outside the fence to the east, one of the mole rats usually has mines attached to it, capable of dealing substantial damage if it gets close. This mole rat makes ticking time bomb noises. The mole rats are close enough to the installation that they frequently enter to engage the raiders.
Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting for their return.
The concrete main building contains an armor workbench in the entrance to the much larger subterranean level of the installation. The installation is home to a group of 6 raiders led by the minigun-wielding Akak and contains a significant amount of loot. The locket for the quest returning the favor is in a toolbox in the basement. On an early concept map, USAF Satellite Station Olivia was originally situated at a much more southern position on the map, northeast of the town of Natick Banks. In the generator in the center room with the catwalks. Fusion cores in the basement. There is also a mini nuke in the intel room on the table. U.S. Covert Operations Manual Issue Number 10 in the intel room on the table. If it is not taken before the zone resets after the location is cleared, it will disappear.
Hey. Hier drüben.
I took care of those raiders for you.
Really? Well, that's the best news I've heard in a long time.
We're harassing that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
That's great news. One day, we'll be strong enough to drive that scum out of the Commonwealth for good. As usual, I've got something else for you to look into. A pack of ghouls has holed up near a settlement. They could use our help. I'll mark it on your map. We can use all the support we can get. So, see what you can do to help.